Good people, how you all doing? How you all doing, good people? Good folks out there. Very good afternoon to each and every one of you. Let us know if you're receiving us loud and clear. Beatrice Selby is first in line. Siobhan McDonald is here as well, and thank you for your well wishes. Beatrice and Siobhan and all the other folks joining us. Welcome to our international podcast, Below the Belt. I have my co-host here with me. Judith Finance is helping me
Live in
along.
studio.
Yep. Judith is here. Judith is here.
Live in studio.
Live.
The one and only.
One and only. Judith
I'm
Finance.
getting full of myself.
Yeah. She's a big girl now, 1 week ago, she celebrated her birthday.
I'm telling you, I need to be doing adulting.
She's a big girl now.
Whatever that is.
Yep. So we're happy. She's growing up.
I'm getting an accent like Sherrod.
Yeah. It comes.
With the territory.
Yeah, you get an accent.
However he says it.
Yes, she gets an accent. Guys, it's really good to have you folks here. I'm just so
Fired
happy. Fired up, ready to go. So happy to be here with you guys. Another day, another year. Yep. Welcome, guys. Welcome.
We getting old people.
We're getting old. For those folks who are now joining us on some of the other pages, Pace and Power. Pace and power, folks. Pace and power. Welcome to our international podcast. If you're not picking up on the broadcast, welcome to our international podcast, Below the Belt. As we say around here, who vex lose?
Hey, Sherrod, it's episode 82 today. Episode 82?
Yes.
And that is, very, very important.
Yeah.
So that means that today marks 182 programs.
Yes. Then when we go to season 3, we start back at the one.
We need to start naming these seasons.
Or naming them. Catfish and so on. Jacobite season.
Whatever dominated the season.
Whatever
dominated.
The catfish season. I can see how that could go.
And Sherrod is here celebrating his birthday today.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and we are doing a birthday donation drive.
Yes.
Believe it or not, that's
folks.
what we're doing.
Not for us, it's to keep the programs going. Lots of you join us, and as you guys say happy birthday, we say, send me a donation.
That is correct.
Even better. Folks, we're in the red. We're paying for our programs that are concerned and, the responsibilities that come with them. And so forth, to keep the lights on, the internet going, to keep the doors open. It costs us something. And today, instead of, splurging and so on, I'm just really encouraging folks to give a donation to the program. Give a donation to the program. On my Facebook page, you have all the information pinned to the very top there. We are available via Cash App, as you know, available via Zelle and PayPal, available via MMG, MoneyGram, and Western Union, and all the information is there. Of course, our MMG number is our WhatsApp number. You need any additional guidance, do let us know. But all the information is there. Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, MMG, Western Union, and MoneyGram. The info is there. You need any guidance, please feel free to let us know via WhatsApp. It's 21st century. Yeah, WhatsApp we. Right? You don't have to Telegram or anything like that. WhatsApp we.
Guys, make sure that you do that.
Yeah.
Send through all the donations that you
Here's to another birthday.
To another birthday. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about this.
Glass it up, folks. Glass it up. Kendra Sears, we see you there. And Andrew Cuthbert, we see you as well. George Anand, we see you. George is watching from Brooklyn, New York. We see Christy Burrows. Zell, she's asking us, our Zell email is inthering592@gmail.com. It's the same for PayPal. It's the one email for both PayPal and Zell. In the ring, all lowercase, the number's 592@gmail.com. In the ring 592@gmail.com. That's it. In the ring 592@gmail.com. Thanks for asking. In the ring 592@gmail.com. Barely saw that comment there. In the ring 592@gmail.com. That is the Zelle email address. And you're going to see a Narayan name come up. That's our person handling that platform for us, the diaspora coordinator. Christy Burrows, we see you. Yep, Sasha Trim and Chandel Ward, Earl Walcott, Glycis Mingo. Good to see you, Miss Byrne and Dan Gribbs. And Dan, how you doing, man? Dan, how you doing? Good to see you, Dan. Thanks for the thing. Thanks for the thing. Fitz Gulliver, we see you as well. Anson Marb Lynch, we see you as well. You know, some folks sometimes read say, you know, other folks giving us, get plenty money. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. And we got to make these numbers work for us. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. We bring the information, the content. You all help us along to keep it going. And we think we got something here. Peter Sills, good to see you, Peter. And Maureen Chichester, Paul. Maureen, how things, the man? Good to have you, Maureen. Kim Walker. And we've really took a hit over the last 2 months or so, falling behind a little bit, and we hope that you guys can help us to bring us back on par to where we need to be. Vanita Waldron Anthony. Yep. Okay, great. Correct. Sorry, I should be saying what this comment is.
Yes.
I'm just saying. All right. If you have any doubt, folks, send us a quick WhatsApp, 627-6963. Send us a quick WhatsApp message and we can be sure. Judy, what's happening on your end?
A lot happening on my end, very much so. Like I'm here to doing taking it records rather.
Yes, Judy's sipping something here. So if you hear anything different in her voice and so on, you're gonna forgive her today. You're sipping something, right?
Just don't upset me today. You know, I may have an excuse to lose my cool.
Yeah, I told her she's gonna be driving today, driving this program. Don't drink and drive. But she ain't listening. She ain't listening. She ain't listening. She balance like that, right? Run the center something. I want to know if I can play it because I can't listen to it separately now. If it's playable, let me know if we can play it. Run, let us know if we can play this.
You know, our viewers and the family that we have created and that continues to grow every single day is so important to us. And I want to say a special shout out to Warren Figuera, his daughter in particular, Brianna Figuera, on her recent accomplishment. And I see that she has has made the dean's list for spring. And there she is at the College of Nursing and Public Health. So congratulations to Brianna Figuera there, the daughter of one of our most ardent listeners, family, Warren Figuera over there. Great job over there thus far. Let us know, folks. Let us know what's going on at your end. Let's all celebrate together.
Yep. Good to have each and every one of you guys. You know, Judy was talking about the family here, and when we thought about doing these programs, we didn't think it ended up like that. But over time, people say the FYI family. And
yes, definitely.
I kind of like that.
It kind of got catchy with me because we didn't really start it. It was the viewers that started.
Yeah, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So we didn't force the family.
We catch on.
Right. We didn't force family. Say y'all is with children.
Definitely not.
Oh, good to see all of you guys. Guys, thanks for the well wishes. I see Rhonda Lane sent me something. I see all kinds of I'm looking at some of the well wishes people sent me by WhatsApp. Thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna try to respond to as many as I can.
I see Glycis Mingleborn.
Yeah,
Glycis, I see you, Glycis. Come on.
Winifred Sears, good to see you there. Tessa Isaacs, Graves Andy, and Sasha Trim, Chanel Ward, and Shirley Sampson. Good to have all these beautiful folks. Good people.
Awesome folks. I love all of them. Listen, there is a bit of uniqueness that is brought through these programs, and I always say it's the ability for the listening audience to be as interactive as they are. They on the podcast they can send in voice notes and so forth. In the morning program, FYI, we try to go through all of the comments and all of those things to make sure that the discussion is on point, that we're not missing any point of view from anyone out there. So guys, the uniqueness of the program it's what brings you here, and it keeps you here, and we encourage you to share the stream so that others can benefit from it also.
Yep. Good to have you folks. I can't even one time with nothing else. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Lots of stuff happening in the news. Hearing lots of silly things too, and sometimes you just don't know, you know, what to make of it. Like Irfan talking about the barrel drug and so on. Just don't know what to make of it sometimes.
Mhm.
You try to make sense of it, but sometimes it just defies belief, defies logic.
That is so correct.
It
That is
is. It
so
is.
correct.
It is. It is. I said it. Marlene the Young, Juanetta Garnett. Good to see you, folks. And Kim Luke. I see Yvonne Ramasar. Good to see you. All the other guys joining us. Good to have you guys on the live today. Marlon King, Pedal Hawk Kippins. Good to have you. I see Gavin, the spectator has come. He's got a soul of negativity and so on. But you gotta
Yeah,
do what
he
you gotta
comes
do.
to he
You
comes
gotta do what
to
you
do
gotta
what he is
do.
currently paid to do.
Right? If you all beat him up in the comments, so be it. In the comments, right? Devon, good to see you. Devon, Andrew, Daniel, good to see you. Diane is here. Paulette, I see your comment. Thank you so much for your well wishes, Paulette and Coretta Fraser Kingston. Thank you guys for your well wishes.
Cher's getting old, man.
Yes, I'm thinking. A little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Little thing. Not plenty. Little.
Guys, let us know what's going on at your end. Let us know where you're joining us from. Make sure that you share the stream so that other persons can benefit from the information. Make sure you smash the emoji and make sure that you send in your comments that we can understand where you're coming from. Is there anything that you need us to discuss that we have not been touching on? Make sure that you drop a comment letting us know. We'll be sure to get to that. We always do.
Yep.
Marlene, the young, you're not excluded from that. Do what you have to do. Make sure that everyone gets credible information.
Credible, valid. And a couple of things we're talking about today, guys, as we have here, as we say,
Mm-hmm.
you want to wish us happy birthday, please send us a donation so we can keep our programs moving forward. That would mean the world to us. That would mean the world to us.
That is correct. That is correct. I shared this say you want to wish us happy birthday. Today's Cher's birthday. And my birthday went an entire week ago.
I thought you said you're celebrating 4 years.
Oh, we will?
I heard that's what you said.
Damn, I have to. I should. Jesus, you're right. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for helping us along. We got a long way to go to get up to par. What do you say? To balance up your finances.
Carl Fordyce says, Miss J, you sound different.
It's a thing, girls. It's a thing.
I know. I'm
The
hearing it. I'm
thing.
hearing it in my own voice. A
Yeah,
little bit
she's
of.
smiling here a lot too. I want you to start talking about your secret,
I'm always
That's what I
smiling.
want.
So that's not. I try
right?
to
Because we lied. I want you to
keep a
start talking about your
smile.
secret. You know,
I like to keep a smile on my face.
help us to pick up the shares and so on. Invite more
Mhm.
people. I want you to start talking the secret out.
I wish there was any. There isn't any, sadly. Sadly, no secrets here. Anything has to go through a process of I have I signed a non-disclosure agreement, so I cannot disclose without consent. Marlon Thomas, Marlon in the house,
Well,
hot and
Marilyn in the house
sweaty.
is problems.
Well, I was just about to say it. Marlon is putting someone to replace it in the comment section there. Hey, Warren Figueroa. Warren, I was just speaking about the fact that your daughter is doing so well, wishing her all the
Yeah.
best.
But,
I see Warren coming through
well,
there.
the daughter is doing well because when the chip fall, it don't fall far from the block. The apple don't fall from the tree. So, if he's saying congrats to the daughter for doing well, you gotta say congrats to the mother too.
Yeah, well, that is so correct. Warren, that's
You
a
gotta say
Warren and
congrats to
Figueroa. That's a Warren
the mother
Figueroa
too.
and a Sharon Duncan moment there.
You gotta say congrats to the mother because the mother must be responsible for everything that child is doing well.
Everything. Warren, don't be taking this from Sharon.
Warren from Long Island, rock and come in. Rock
Don't
and
be
come
taking
in.
this from Sharon at all. Warren says it's a J and J thing. I hear you, Warren. I hear you. Warren just be dropping all sorts of clues in these comment section these days. Mm-mm-mm. I
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Is what Dio Noreen or Noreen. I'm here to make some trouble. Welcome to the program. You're adding to the viewership. Very, very important for us. Continue to be here. 8 a.m., 12 noon, 8 p.m. Always welcome.
Yeah, folks. some interesting letters in today's newspaper to start us off where we want to go. Still focus on the Quinton Bacchus issue and justice for Quinton Bacchus. And I see two very important letters in the papers here. One is authored by uh, Patrick E. Mentor, former head of the strategic management for the Ghana Police Force.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Patrick Mentor, former head for the strategic management of the Ghana Police Force, and he's saying here, according to the header of this letter to the editor, there is no getting around the need for the revision of operational tactics,
Mm-hmm.
right? Of operational tactics. And one of the things he says in this letter here is that, over time, looking at some of the mishandlings of civil disobedience and unrest situation in our country, there was a need to upgrade, to bring the crowd control, crowd management and control, and so forth, into the modern era, right? The tactics needed to be different, and that's what he's saying here. There's no getting around this. There's a need for that, and that is what. When I was on the ground on whichever day it was, when was it? Monday. Tuesday. I kept saying that. It kept surprising me all the time how police kept pulling back and pulling back. It's like they were reversing down. They were reversing down the East Coast.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They were reversing down the East Coast. And I know there's a school at that says the police at that whole thing to pull the crowd close to Monrico Market. That's what we hear. There's a school of thought out there that says that. But here is again Patrick E. Mentor making the point that the operational tactics of the Ghana Police Force needs to be looked at, and we also examined the fact that the indiscriminate shooting by the Ghana Police Force, injuring innocent bystanders, innocent people who were on their way home, whether it's in the Golden Grove areas or other areas close by there, the police just were shooting indiscriminately.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. And so I tend to agree with the general thrust of what Patrick Mentor is saying here. There's no getting around the need for revision of operational tactics. No getting around it.
Not only that, the very fact that the Monrico market was left without any attempt by persons to actually stop persons from coming down further to that area, and I am not going to get away from that fact. That's what happened. People could take it however they want to see it. That should have not happened. It should never have happened. The person's called, and the person should have responded to them in a very orderly, timely manner. So, definitely not.
Yep.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yep. Go ahead, Judah.
No, but I'm about to like, I'm contemplating some trouble in the comment section myself as we speak. As we speak, I'm always in the comment section, guys, making sure that I try my best to respond to the comments as quickly as I possibly can. Absolutely necessary for me to get back to you on every single thing. How are you doing out there? Let me know. How are you doing out there? Let me know, guys.
Yeah.
What is going on
In
out there?
addition to that, Judah, as you're asking how we're doing, I see another interesting letter here by Clinton Conway, Assistant Commissioner of Police. Clinton Conway, now retired, former Assistant Commissioner of Police. And he says here in this letter, folks, again, love to hear from the people with institutional knowledge so that we can share information with you guys. Bonita, Elise Park, and Jackie Baird, Gwyneth Anderson, Marlon King, Marlon Thomas, all the Marlins out today, Parker, Avram, and Cheryl Mulrin. Good to have all you folks here. Here is Clinton Conway again, talking here in a letter to the editor saying that open and closed arrests have no place in criminal investigation. So you can't have a man who is being criminally investigated, charged, and all of that under closed or open arrest. That's what Clinton Conway says here. A lot of experience in law enforcement, a lot of experience in the Ghana Police Force.
Well, that is so true, and I know that a lot has been said. I think Paul Slower was making it very clear, and when it comes to the difference between with those two concepts altogether, that letter was in the Village Voice. Actually, that article, not the letter. was in the Village Voice there. And but then, oh, let me just put this out at this point in time. Folks did ask me. They said they were not seen at any point in time the Guyana police force actually using the word open arrest, those words like that. And they were referring to the statement that was put out by the Guyana police force there on their Facebook page. And they said that they did not, at any point in time, they didn't see them use the words open arrest like that. But I did go, like, we like to do our own investigation. We always do. And I did go and investigate that particular matter. And I can tell you folks what happened is that the initial statement that they put out there actually said open arrest. That's what they did. They put out a statement and it says open arrest, and then they edited the statement and they left it as under arrest. So, but folks that have been very use ardent users of Facebook and so forth would know that you can still go there to the edit history and see what changes were made to a post once the post was not taken down completely. Once it was edited, you can see were the changes made. So that's how I could have seen that. But in that article in the Village Voice, it was saying when Paul Slow explained open versus close arrest, it was saying there that open arrest is when a member of the force is placed under open arrest. He shall be deprived of all privileges and leave until privileges and leave until a case is disposed of, and he shall attend all parades and do duty as required.
That's the open arrest.
Well, that is what it was defined as by Paul Slow there in the Village Voice.
So, I mean, you could use your phone and stuff. I want to define privileges. I don't know if you could use your phone. So, that's going to be interesting. And while we're following that, folks, we are also following the fact that it's being reported that 16 persons have so far been charged with the what transpired there at Monrepo. People being robbed and beaten. Hearing that 16 persons would have been charged with riotous behavior. 16 of them. Right? They said that one pleads guilty and fined $20,000. Yep.
Well,
16. Folks like Andrew Sumner and Jawoseph Fowler, Michael Moore and Roy Griffith.
But then it begs the question actually as to the fact that those 16 persons were charged, a particular person being fined $20,000. If someone has been found guilty of crime of any nature and they have to pay a fine or whatever, at no point in time have we ever heard of persons of also simultaneously being compensated for whatever crime would have been committed against them of any nature. So, a lot of questions there, a lot more questions and answers.
Correct. And as we're on that, we're being told today that they have started distributing the money, in Monrepo and areas for persons who would have said they would have suffered some loss.
Mm-hmm.
And one wonders what kind of a system they would have used. But Julie, you posited some ideas earlier on today in the FYI program, for your information. And then coming on here, I heard Mr. Aubrey Norton saying almost the same thing like you. Sent him some notes, Julia.
Well, my contention is that there is no place ever that you will see any system in place that persons will be able to say at a meeting in the afternoon, Tuesday afternoon, that they suffered losses, financial losses, and before the night is out, they're given money in an envelope at State House, as being reported in some news by some news sites. So I'm saying that there's absolutely no mechanism set up, no system in place, no actual administrative structure to facilitate as such. So I want to know where exactly the money is coming from. Is there money lying around? Is there state money lying around there? at State House and staff working during the night to facilitate such transactions. A lot of questions to be answered in that regard, and also like what mechanisms was put in space in that moment to ascertain what was the actual damages and whether or not persons that were claiming damages actually had stalls there and all of those things. So many questions, and I'm saying again that these things are questions that must be answered. At no point in time is it okay for persons to just go out there and just treat money, especially money that taxpayers' money, as if they're taking it out of their very own pockets. There are mechanisms in place in which processes that has to be followed for which by which monies are dispersed all the time, and nobody can go against that. Absolutely no one, under no circumstance.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. What's happening? Great to have a Solar Allen with us and Martin Simon, Veronica Primo Rollins. We see you, and Gail Hiscott, Romilly Anda, Benita's still here. We're so grateful. Benita Eliezer Parker. Good to have you folks. That's what we're following. Irfan Ali made some very unfortunate comments, perhaps, that a lot of folks are asking for clarification for. They said I want clarification. What did it really mean when he talked about the burial ground? And all of we ending up there. What did he mean? I think we have some of that good. That's what folks asking. What did he mean by that? It's a head scratcher. It's a bit of a head scratcher. But trying to find out precisely. I don't want to assume what he meant.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of folks are asking us. Yep. And I'm looking for that. See if we get it quickly.
In the meantime, guys, make sure that you continue to share the stream. Make sure that you continue to do your part. It's absolutely necessary that we get all of that completed.
Yeah. And folks, I love all of the well wishes for my birthday. And I'm saying you could really touch our hearts if you send a donation our way. If you want to say happy birthday in that way, we're not going to stop you. We got a lot of expenses. We're keeping this program on air is concerned, and we really would like to catch up to this month end very quickly, and make sure that we can meet our responsibilities like good citizens. We can meet our responsibility, and so send us a donation. All of the information is on my Facebook page. It's pinned to the very top. Right? It's pinned to the top of my Facebook page. We're available via Zelle and via Cash App, via PayPal, MMG, Western Union, and MoneyGram, just for your convenience. Right? Just for convenience. Let's take a listen to Irfan. I think we have him.
I think he's speaking something of some nature at this point.
All right, we don't have that quite yet. Apologies there. Treat go right ahead.
Yes, guys, like
Let me stop your progress.
don't stop the progress. I continue to say, and I'm going to repeat it as long as I possibly can and have to, that persons need to understand it's a very serious matter, the way in which monies are being spent in the country, the way in which persons are utilizing the administration is utilizing taxpayers' dollars as though they're spending money out of their pocket. It is not okay for us to have the breakdown of law and order, of systems of accountability and transparency altogether. And what I am seeing over the last 2 days in particular is a very, very blatant signal that is being done at a level that we probably cannot comprehend to this point. Very, very serious altogether.
Yep. We're going to have that audio from Irfan Ali in just a second or two. And again, folks, we encourage you. You want to say happy birthday? Send us a donation, guys, so we can move this effort forward and keep building our programs. We're about getting that audio ready for you guys. So bear with us. The man started talking about barrel drug and all kinds of things.
Well, that was quite concerning to me in particular.
Mm-hmm.
It was concerning to me, to be honest with you, because there's two dimensions. Persons can see it as questioning whether or not he is of sound.
I think I got a call. Let me take it and see if we can
Yes, and concerning Quinton Bacchus, I'm from Golden Grove.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we have to need justice to Quinton Bacchus. Yes, and then his family friend and the Bible talking, he kill the Guyanese black people. We does have to look ourselves and don't buy food from Coli. We buy food from black people because if we say they're gonna kill black people, we have to be look out for ourselves now. Okay, friend?
I hear
We're
you. Thanks for coming
hearing.
through.
Thank you. Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you. I would only say there, we do not appreciate the pejoratives of coolie and black and so on. We
Yes.
we don't like that. We can address people as East Indians and African Guyanese if you want that. If you want Afro Guyanese, Indo Guyanese,
We
that
have to
can work. But
start. We have to
yeah,
start
we have
from
to start somewhere,
somewhere. Yes. We
right?
have to
You
start.
see, if we go down there, it's not a good place. It's not a good place because how we can gotta walk back from there? It's a long walk, right? It's a very, very long walk. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying there, but I'm not gonna let another man's opinion of me become my opinion of him, and that using those pejoratives, they're not gonna help us at all. So I understand what you're saying there, but again, we can be a little more responsible too. I hear you there, hear you quite clearly. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming through.
I am seeing all the well wishes still coming in the comment section there. GT Star Boys, Simone Greaves, and all of them.
Threatened to kill you was actually
I
arrested.
think Sherrod probably have that little bit of footage there, well, audio, for you to get an idea
Yes,
precisely of what we're
of what
referring
Ifeanyi
to.
said today.
Yes.
And guys, let us know if you're hearing the audio. We want to make sure that you guys are hearing the audio clearly. Please let us know you're hearing the audio while you take out your checkbooks and so on and you send us that donation. Let us know if you're hearing the audio.
Saw
Yes.
today that the man who threatened to kill you was actually arrested. Do you want to comment on that?
I, I, I don't want to comment on that. The institutions have to work. What I want to say, this morning I was contemplating doing something very strange. I was contemplating going to sit in a periodon and to do a live from there and to remind everybody that at the end of the day, that's our final destination. That is our final destination. If you want to fight, you want to break up, you can have everything. That's our final destination. My job is a very complex job, but at the end of it, it's what I want and what I'm going to sacrifice everything for. I've asked.
Saw today that the man who threatened to kill you was actually arrested. Do you want to comment on that?
I don't want to comment on that. The institutions have to work. What I want to say, you know, um, this morning I was contemplating doing something very strange. I was contemplating going to sit in a periodon and to do a live from there and to remind everybody that at the end of the day, that's our final destination. That is our final destination. If you want to fight, you want to break up, you can have everything. That's our final destination. My job is a very complex job, but at the end of it, it's what I want and what I'm going to sacrifice everything for. I've asked.
Yep. Those are some of the comments there. Emily from Irvin. It's the Barrel Grung we going. I'm carry all there. The Barrel Grung.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And it's quite sad. I think Irfan tired, and it shows. He's tired and it shows. And I think he needs to get some rest and recuperate before he start talking more foolishness. Right? Rest, and I understand the pressures of the job. Right? Pressures of the job. Telling on him. Folks, we're going to take a pause on that for just a second. There's a statement we're seeing here out of the Muhammad's family based on the accident that happened on the Mandela Avenue, East Rumbelt area yesterday, and I think Judith can walk us through that statement from the Muhammad's family on that accident.
Well, I see there. Thank you for that. That opportunity to bring this in at the moment. And guys, we're seeing here that, as you would know, that there was an accident yesterday with a woman killed and a man critically hurt in Mandela Avenue accident. And we will know the dead woman has been identified as Odessa Sam of Lot 170 Middle Road there, and she was a mother of 5. You know, very very sad situation here altogether. And I'm seeing a statement here from T. Mohammed that says that T. Mohammed stands with the grieving families following the tragic accident. T. Mohammed extends sincere condolences to the bereaved family members of Miss Sam, who lost her life in an unfortunate and tragic vehicular accident on Mandela Avenue, Georgetown on Wednesday. Also in that accident, Mr. Wendell sustained injuries and is being treated at the Georgetown Public Hospital. The accident involved a motorcycle and an SUV belonging to the Mohammeds, which at the time was being driven by a close relative. It does not matter the outcome of the investigations. We remain resolute with the dependents and loved ones and will fully support them in this time of overwhelming grief. We all join in prayers for God Almighty to grant Mr. Already complete recovery, and for God Almighty to grant a resting place to Miss Sam, who has returned to him. That's the statement there coming out from T. Mohammed.
All right, and as we have more information, guys, we're gonna give you more information.
And guys, you know that it's quite a very sad situation there. I've looked at the videos that have been circulating, and we continue to ask folks, you know, let us all be very careful. Whatever we're doing on the roadways, we're driving a car or a truck, you know, we're riding a bike, whatever it is, let's be careful out there, because we have so much responsibility, not just for ourselves, but for other people on the roadways. And here we have a mother of 5 losing her life, something that, you know, a little more care and caution could have avoided, in my view. Very sad situation.
Yeah, we gotta slow down, folks. We gotta slow down. We gotta be alert. Whether you're in a motorcycle, you're riding, you're driving a vehicle, you gotta slow down. You gotta be alert. You gotta be vigilant. You know, you gotta think for you, think for the other person, and all of that. You know, so we gotta really hold a focus when we're on the road. You're just a pedestrian and all. You know, you gotta be very vigilant out there, guys. I really want to thank all the folks who are donating as part of this effort that we have to really and truly overcome some of the expenses that we have, and to bring ourselves up to a level. Thank you so much, guys. Find a way to contribute to our program so we can continue to do more of it. We may not be able to take a call right now. Send us a quick message on WhatsApp if you need to get to us, 627-6963. We may not be able to take a call, and we'll be happy to get back to you guys. All right. Again, thoughts and prayers with the woman's family, right, and speedy recovery to the husband.
That is so true.
Continue
arrive alive. That has been our plea.
That's why when you hear the talk about bare ground, when you want to do a life of a bare ground, you know, even tired, you know, it's natural, right? You work hard, and people get tired, and when you're tired, like when you're upset, your judgment is a little off. Your judgment is a little off, and you might want to recalibrate a little bit. All right, you might want to recalibrate a little bit.
That is
might want to recalibrate a little bit, but that statement there, you know, it's very strange, a very strange statement.
Today that the man who threatened to kill you was actually arrested. Do you want to comment on that?
I don't want to comment on that. The institutions have to work. What I want to say, you know, this morning I was contemplating doing something very strange. I was contemplating going to sit in a periodon and to do a live from there and to remind everybody that at the end of the day, that's our final destination. That is our final destination. You want to fight, you want to break up, can have everything. That's our final destination. My job is a very complex job, but at the end of it, it's what I want and what I'm going to sacrifice everything for. I've asked.
Yep. That was Granger's job too. Very complex one. Right? You just realized that. Two things I want to pull out from there, Judah. When that threat was made from that gentleman who has his own health challenges, Irfan Ali was very quick on social media, very long post, all right, about holding his family dear and, threats and all of that. It struck me as very surprising. He doesn't want to comment now because at the time of making the post, they didn't know the man was on Song Mai and says a whole host of stuff that perhaps he cannot be held accountable for because, the elevator doesn't meet the top floor, as we say it, but he has some health challenges, unfortunately. But again, is the political mileage you're looking for? So you play the victim. So it was an editorial header in Sabbath News last week. You're playing the victim. You're playing the victim, and so. But now that you know the gentleman is no longer
someone that you can put attributed on those any seriousness to the statement from.
You don't want to comment on it any longer, right? So there's that aspect of it. And then there's the aspect of going live from the burial ground, right? Well, we know that the people like the burial ground because this is where they put a lot of people in the past. Chris was on a program the other day. He talked about that dossier of 400 plus people extrajudicial killing and electorally as well. They like the burial ground because a lot of people who there a long time now seem to have voted in the last elections. People like the burial ground. So it won't be strange. And nothing is strange about what Irfan does. We see, right? Yes, you have a right to go to Enmore and Monrepo and share out how much of the money you want. But people of the road are Guyanese too and deserve their share of taxpayers' money, right? And the life that was lost in Golden Grove is a life as well. And those parents, could use a little reaching out too.
And the persons that were traumatized when it comes to people shooting on pellets at them indiscriminately there through the force, those persons need counseling too for that trauma. But that's when you test the concept of the words that they use, one Guyana, and every time you put it to the test, they fail miserably. Every single time you put that to the test, they fail.
Indeed. All right. Thanks, Viviana. Thanks to the thing. Viviana, rock and comment. Thanks to the thing. I see your comment. And all the other folks who've been helping us along. Thanks as well, guys. So we got a lot of work to do in this country, folks. We got a lot of work to do. And the title I think of was it George Bush's Jr. Autobiography, No Easy Day, right? Was it his?
I'm not sure.
In this
I
here,
cannot even
No
confirm.
Easy Days. It's either his or was Rumsfeld was his guy, or who was the other one? The short Karl Rove is one of their autobiographies. Let me see it here. When in doubt, Google.
When in doubt, Google always works.
But that is why we have no easy day in this political work here.
Well, we have an uphill task at hand when it comes to dealing with aspects of racism in our country, and we have an even more difficult task when we to explain to people what they are doing to themselves and how they're suppressing themselves when they hold on to ideologies of the 1960s and so forth, and make that determine their actions and their train of thought today. So a lot of work to be done, but we have to do it. Somebody's got to do it. We got to bite the bullet. We got to continue. We got to take the bull by the horn. However you want to say it, we got to continue to push forward because it is our responsibility to say at the end when we are old and we cannot push forward no more with the vigor that we are doing right now, that we have done our best, absolute best to fight the system that we were born into. So that's what we're doing right now.
Correct. And that book, I got my authors wrong. This is by Mark Owen. Noisy is an autobiography of a Navy SEAL, a first-hand account of the mission that killed Osama bin Laden. Yeah. Yeah. But that's it. Every day of this walk we have, trying to make people's lives different and to impact people's lives in a positive way. That's when I hear if I talk about the barrel growing, it strikes me as so odd because of all the things you can talk about. Even Freddie Kassoon in today's Kaito News made a statement, and I said I can't fault him for it per se, right? Let me see if I have that. He said, his role is not to placate. He gotta get the thing wrong. As an analyst, as he dubs himself, he's not that. You leave that for the politicians. I wanted to know where Irfan on gone. If that's something for politicians to really and truly sue over things for the people, he said he ain't got time for that. His role is different. He got to tell you the thing how it is. He don't have no time to placate it. That's what he said. Folks, we got to read, Reading is so important, right? Reading is so important. Every month I try to buy a book. That's my own gift to myself. You work hard, you got to treat yourself. And instead of drinking beers and sun, let's go and buy a book. Right?
That is correct. I think
I go and buy a book.
Sher leads by example in that regard. He's always at the bookstore.
Go and buy a book. So
I not at bookstore, always at the bookstore.
Yeah, but we don't have a lot in the city, Maybe from a pension, I'll open a bookstore myself. But Austin has been my favorite bookstore for a great many years, and I default to them. They got a wide variety of books there, so you can take your pick. It's not only politics, but a lot of Caribbean books too, to get a good sense of Caribbean history and, the people who came, A lot of people come. I wish some of y'all didn't come, but, but a lot of people come, and I learned from Louis Farrakhan. Not all your skin folks, your kin folks. I wish some of y'all didn't come, but we all here. What we going to do? We got to make the best of it. We got to make the best of it. When I read this line, Freddie said, I said, well, maybe onto something here, right? Maybe he's onto something. He's not for everybody. Right?
No, not for me. Not for me.
Right? He's the acquired taste.
No, not. I will acquire that taste.
You
see, I'm putting out some little subtle disclaimer.
Yes, he's the acquired taste, right? And I'm trying to get the line he says, but Irfan didn't read this apparently, because there's a nation that's hurting, and all Irfan can talk about is I want Kaya by the barrel ground. Right? I was going to do a life on the barrel. If Irfan come from a life on the barrel ground, you got to now start thinking with mental health issues. You can come up with a lot of imagery. I don't think you can go to the barrel ground.
I don't think his mental competence will be in question immediately, and even for thinking that,
Yep. So, folks, we're following here. We're following what's happening, and again, folks are still calling for justice for Quinton Bacchus. That's what they're saying. They want justice, and it can't be the norm. People, again, when you look at the trajectory of some of these issues, Oren Boston family still asking for justice. Peter Headley, Mr. Sampat, what's his first name? He too, a lot of folks killed under very suspicious circumstances in this country. His family too asking for justice. What kind of country we living in, right? And then all you could do is the best you could do. You could talk about, you're gonna do a live by the cemetery, because that's what Karen Alia. I'll be going back to the cemetery.
Yeah.
Right. I'll be going back to the cemetery. I know that's the kind of conversation I want to have with a nation of people. All the things I could talk about. That's the best we could do. Oh, Father, have mercy on us.
Yep.
A lot of folks have died under suspicious circumstances within the last 2 years at the hands of the police force. And we got to address that, because I don't want to pretend it didn't happen. Do I? I want to pretend it didn't happen. Some of the stuff we've seen as plain as day. As plain as day. We got to pretend we were not exposed to this stuff. We're not being affected by it. And, people see it all the time. No justice being delivered. Oren Boston, Cecile Sampat, I think that's the name. Cecile Sampat. Peter Headley was another person like that. Right? What are we doing? What are we doing? Right? People start to get very antsy. And if you don't have leadership, every man does what is right in his own eyes. That's a good book tells us that. right? So we gotta compose ourselves. We gotta compose ourselves, but better than that. Right? Don't carry people to the battleground. I'm sure they got other places we can inspire people. We gotta go to the battleground. Don't let me go there yet.
It may not be taken as inspiration. That's for starters. I think very few persons would actually take it as an inspiration. So we would strongly advise against that.
Oh, it was supposed to be inspirational?
Apparently, I believe that was the intention.
Well, I'm uninspired.
So am I. So am I, and so is everyone else in the comment section. Shelly Ryder, Diane, Grace Andy, Gary Greenage. Everyone there is of similar sentiments.
Very, very much uninspired. That doesn't inspire me at all.
Mm-hmm.
At all, at all, at all. But this is what we're talking about. And the kind of leadership that we deserve, it seems to be very absent. The kind of leadership the people of this country deserve, again, seem to be very, very absent. And who will be the next Cecil Sampat, for instance? Who will be the next Peter Headley? Who will be the next Owen Boston? Who will be the next Quentin Bacchus? If we don't take the bulls by the horn, right? Some of these only the cemetery we carrying people based on that list there. If we continue, down this road, it's straight, it's sheer cemetery agitation. That's the only place we're carrying folks.
I don't even want to pass by
Right?
the cemetery. I'm a little different.
I think we have Candy with us today.
Hey, Candy.
Candy, you live, believe it or not.
You're live,
believe it or not.
Candy.
You live.
Hi, Sean. Hi, how are you?
I am
Happy
great, Candy.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Mm-hmm.
Candy
Thank you,
is
Candy.
on point.
Candy got a fall back. Candy's a girl with your talent, so I know that. You hear the voice? The richness of the voice. Thank you so much, Candy.
I hope you do have a great, fantastic day, and may God continue to bless you richly.
Thank you so much, Candy. Thank you so much. Means a lot
And
to me,
many,
Jason.
many, many, many happy returns of the day.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a
Take
good day.
care. Teresa, you do take care too.
I will, Candy. Thank you for coming through.
Yeah. And take care of Sheriff for me, right?
I will try my best. I'll do my best.
Candy, you start singing there. You put in
Okay.
your corner. You start singing and you pull in. You can't come.
I can't compete.
I know. Sharon, I sent you another voicemail pertaining to that one of those that Frenchy critic. I sent you a voice note concerning that guy when he was saying this morning he was saying, oh, Sharon is there condoning the man want to kill the president, but didn't he know the guy was saying he killing the president, but which president? He didn't say which one.
But the guy was,
That's it.
everyone is
You know-
saying the guy's insane.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know how they're going to deal with that.
No, but he wanted to lock you up or whatever. He wanted to see you behind bars. But your defense is the guy did say he's gonna kill a president, but he didn't mention which one. It could be Suriname one, it could be Brazil, it could be Venezuela. He didn't mention which particular one.
Yeah, he just assumed it was him. I guess so. A lot
Yeah,
of trade union presidents was doing
because
the
there
same
is
thing,
he's a set of, he and all of the rest of them are a set of dons. Because if you study law, you would know. If the guy is talking pertaining to Ali, he's supposed to have proof that it's Ali he's talking about. But if you say a president or kill the president, which one of it? Which one? It has the whole world have presidents. And another thing that I was thinking about the other day with Ropey Ben when he said the people say that they're gonna burn down Georgetown. Didn't he know it have another Georgetown in Cayman Island? So he does. It's a losing case because you could say, "Oh, we burned down Georgetown," but which Georgetown? They didn't say Georgetown, Guyana. So if they say Georgetown, you'd have another Georgetown in Cayman Island. Anyway, Sherrod, you do have a fantastic day.
You too,
and
Candy.
me and Selby and Izzy and Chip crashing your birthday this evening.
Good. Rock and come true.
All right.
Have a good day, Candy.
More times. Folks, y'all know about more times. Y'all too young. Folks, I wish nobody wish any harm physical
what?
harm to come to Irvin Ali. Political harm. We must defeat our enemies politically in their strength.
Yeah.
Me want when they're weak and feeble. Me want that kind of cop out.
Yeah.
Right? I don't want that kind of cop out. Me want physical guns and ammunition.
Nowhere.
Politically, let's fight.
Let's have the debate.
A contest of ideas. That is what we must have. I don't want to see any physical harm ever come to Irfan Ali, his family, his beautiful wife, who sometimes looks like a snack and so on. Right? None of that. Right? But politically, in that arena,
policies,
right? Policy-wise, right?
We will dismantle.
And they're getting beat up bad right now.
We will dismantle.
So
any shadiness.
When you're against the ropes, any little thing like this you hold on to, them boys won't kill me. Right? But that bucket can't fetch water. Or as Big Auntie said this morning, don't cut more than you could fetch. Don't cut more than you could fetch. Right? That is the kind of battles we want. Right? Nobody wants physical harm to come to anybody. God knows. Right? God knows. But politically, let me fight. Right? Let's fight politically. That is the kind of contest we're talking about. And battle we're talking about.
I want to just bring some attention to one of the messages that I received after the announcement of the money that was shared out, And someone actually messaged me, and I just read the message, reminding because this is a matter that I have been trying to assist with myself. And the person was saying, that just imagine people have money to share out like that, and the woman's child has been applying for a scholarship. Pretty smart kid, done exceptionally well in her school, actually topped the school and all of that. 2 times they had her repeat the process from scratch. No response whatsoever.
Wow.
And she's like, and imagine now
money
they
there.
have to watch and see, this money to share.
And those things upset people.
Right?
The inequity.
That's why I was saying this morning, they cannot come and say that, who is instigating and that's their actions. You cannot come and say people are instigating when those are your actions. Those are actions to upset people. People like the hardworking mother, the hardworking father that's there trying to go through the system, the structure that they are in charge of.
Correct.
And the system is failing them, and then they see persons going outside of the structure, outside of the system, and getting rewards and compensation altogether through that process. So that's what I've been speaking about. So.
And that's why this is such a moment for our country. It's not going to be the last. It's not going to be the last. But we got to speak to it. It's going to take some leadership to bring us through and lead us into a brighter future. Not to the burial ground. Right? Lead us into a brighter future. Right? Some people might even end up in the burial ground. Some people might want to be cremated and the ashes sprinkled somewhere.
Yes.
Don't carry to the burial ground. Right? I certain them people who perhaps put an X next to your cup don't want to go to the burial ground. That's not where the hope we are leading. Don't bring no life on the burial ground. You can do better than that.
Yeah. But in that very breath,
right? I life from Jack your living room and investors going in there.
In that same light, we can beg the question also. As to why isn't this advice being given to all of the persons that are there trying to hog all the benefits to themselves? Why are you not telling them why do you want everything? Leave something for other people too. Why is it that persons have to be reporting that all the benefits and contracts is only going to a certain section of the society? Are you not telling these people that that's where you end up? Isn't that the line of thinking and talks and advice that you're giving to them also? Huh?
Why is it that is okay for them to hug all the resources between themselves and this cabal at the very top? Why isn't that the advice you're giving to them? That no, let us not do this. Let us share it, because all of us ending up one place, So because of the blatant difference, if I dare say, in their approach as opposed to their words, you beg, and I say it is a very ambiguous statement, because you cannot mean what people are trying to defend you to say this is what you mean, when your actions are contrary to those words and sentiments. So it's an ambiguous statement in that regard, and needs to be clarified, because if you are saying that, if you are trying to say, well, all of us end up here, then share the damn resources.
So we can have
share
a lot
it,
of,
so that there's going to be equity.
Nice time before we meet there.
Exactly. Why is it that you want it for yourself and your friends and your family?
Yes, if it doesn't matter.
If it doesn't matter. Exactly.
Right?
If it does not matter, why are you doing that? Listen.
Right. Why become president? If we go into the grave, if we want to take it in that light, why try to make a difference? It's the grave we go in. So, That's what it is, though. Don't come around with funny. Winston Henry, see you coming there. Right? Winston says, the puppet can't take the pressure. You look depressed. No, I think he just got to get some rest. He got a lot of pressure for truth, It's not easy for David Jack Joe, man, telling you do a set of things that you don't want to do. But you owe your allegiance to him, because that's how you get it. That's what he said on there. So it's pressure. Right? Pressure. In my crab man voice.
Pressure bus pipe.
Pressure bus pipe. Pressure bus pipe.
Very sad situation. Guys, but that is our program for today.
Thanks for reminding me.
That's our program for today.
Thanks for reminding me. I said I need to say something. And then you're spot on there. So hey, that resonates with me. Well, folks, I'm going to go celebrate a little bit, come back to you guys later on this evening.
We hope Shard returns today.
We're going to be back.
I'm at a point that I'm not making any promises, But let's hope that he returns today. I know that birthdays and so forth, you are up and about, and everyone wants to be a part of the moment. So if you don't see Shard back at 8 p.m., you could give him he's gonna be excused, right?
Yeah, guys, thanks for all the well wishes, and we encouraging guys to go beyond that. Send us a donation, right? Send a little birthday top up. Send a little birthday top up, so we can, bring some relief to some pressure we have at this end to meet our financial obligations. Right? Precious bus pipe, folks. We want the pipe bus at this end.
Definitely not. I don't want to be a part of that.
Beg of you. We want the pipes busted this end.
Yeah.
Right. Send us a donation. We leave that totally up to you. The ways you can send it is pinned to our Facebook page. There we got Zelle as just one means. We got PayPal. We got Cash App. We got MMG. We're available via Western Union, MoneyGram as well. All the information is there. Send us a donation and help us to move forward, please. And that's the best birthday gift I can get.
Please and thank you.
Moving on. Please and thank you. Respect and manners.
So make sure that you do your part, and we'll let you guys know tomorrow how responsive you were today, and so make sure that you add to that a bit of positivity that has been circulating today.
Correct. Don't carry about the graveyard.
Yes.
Right.
Spread positive message. Tomorrow is Friday, guys. Tomorrow is Friday. We encourage you all to be on all the programs. Tomorrow.
Believe it or not.
Believe it or not, it's Friday tomorrow.
It's Friday. I talked today. It was Friday. I woke up thinking it's Friday.
And we're gonna have a very long weekend, so make sure that you're packed up in the room for all the programs tomorrow.
Yeah, you know what?
Yes.
Today is also Winston Jordan's wife's birthday.
Oh, awesome.
So happy birthday, Mrs. Jordan.
Good people. Good people.
Yeah. He may be on with us tomorrow morning. He may be on with us tomorrow. But happy birthday to Winston Jordan. My nephew celebrated his birthday yesterday. And I was telling him happy birthday, and we love the way he's gone on from strength to strength,
Yeah.
I turned 25 yesterday. Quarter of a
Love
century.
it.
I remember us 25.
I remember that
It's failing, but I remember. I remember a little bit about it.
Folks, hold your loved ones close because we
I-
got to know.
the years are fleeting. The years are fleeting.
Yeah, most
You know,
definitely. But
years are
tomorrow,
fleeting.
I'm just gonna put that out also that Mrs. Jordan, like Sharon said, is supposed to be on tomorrow morning, and
Yeah.
hopefully we're gonna have that come through.
Because a lot of things economic has been
Correct.
happening,
That's what I want to
right?
put.
Sugar down. You know, sorry.
Sugar,
Let me say it very
rice.
clearly. Let's say it very clear. Let's say sugar down.
Su-
The commodity sugar,
production,
right? Sugar production is down. Let me choose
rice.
right?
You know.
Right?
Rice production,
Yeah.
sugar production, and you will be amazed. You will be amazed to know what is going on with the statistics
Yeah.
as it relates to taxation altogether.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting bits
Yeah.
of information coming out there as it pertains to taxation. What is the level of taxation right now when you're looking at things as VAT as compared to PAYE and all of that, guys? But I'm not going to frustrate you at this moment, but we're going to be breaking it down very, very simple for you there in the morning and throughout the course of tomorrow.
Yeah. So I'm not advocating that you go and sugar down. Saying that the commodity sugar is down.
Oh wow, that was not some good words to put
Right.
together indeed.
Yeah, sugar
down.
Sugar is down by
I did not get it.
production wise.
I did not get it.
Think walking your reflexes are slow this afternoon.
My reflexes are
You're
off
not having
completely.
anymore. You're not having anymore.
I did not realize
So
it.
guys, see you back this evening. Make a donation for us. It'll help us a long way.
Mhm.
And thanks to all of your well wishes. Means the world to me.
That is correct.
Means the
Thank you
world to
so
me.
much for being here with us.
Yeah,
I am going to be signing out for the day.
Over and out, guys.
Have a good one.
Stay safe.